In this part we are going to develop scroller. So let's now export default class named scroller extends React component, and in render method we'll have this logic. So first we're going to take total width offset, old offset, and width from props. Then we are going to write function get margin, so we will receive offset, and then we are going to give margin in percentages. So we are going to take total width and subtract from it offset plus width, and divide this on total width and multiply by 100. Now we are ready to get period margin by using this function get margin old offset. So we'll start with old offset, and via animation we'll go to the current offset. And if period margin is less than 0, we will return null. It means that we don't need actually render scroll in this case. So now we are calculating period margin, period width. I'm going to calculate period width. It will be width multiplied by 100 and divided by total width. And animation offset will be equal to get margin offset minus period margin. Let's write styles for position. It will be elements that we will actually drag. Position style with width equal to period width, and don't forget about percentages here. And margin left will be equal to period margin. These percentages here too, and we are going to return container here, and first we're going to return we're going to place line here. So line, it will be a styled component, so const line equal to styled div like this, and it will have position absolute, width of 100 percentages, height, let's give it 6 pixels, and background color, let's take it from props. So we'll have props them, and scroller background color, scroller background color, that's right. And under line we will return position, so return position, and we'll pass to position offset as it will be used by animation. So it will be animation offset multiplied by width and divided by 100. Then we are going to pass style, position style, and on touch start. So actually what we are going to do, we are going to prevent this to work on mobile's phone, because I tested UI of this scene on mobile, and this scroller will be not very usable on mobile, and it will be much better to have ability to swipe our bars, but I think it will be out of scope of this course, so we will disable ability to use scroller on phones. So we will prevent default here, and the same scene on drag start. Yeah, event and event prevent default. And actually on mouse down, we'll trigger this method, this on mouse down. So this is all we need in render. And oh, we forget about position. So let's write position here. That will be styled the div and make cursor pointer, position also absolute, height equal to 6 pixels, and background color, ground color will be taken from our them, so props them, and main color, main color here, and let's make border radius equal to 3 pixels, and on hover we are going to make additional styles. So on hover we'll make it a little bit bigger, so we'll have a height of 8 pixels and border radius of 4 pixels, and also we are going to add animation style. Alright, now we are going to add some lifecycle methods. So let's start with shoot component update. And we'll check if props are not the same. Next we are going to add component mount and also component mount, component wheel and mount, and wheel and mount here, and we'll add 2 listeners. And add event listener mouse up, and this on mouse up. On mouse, let's call this on mouse up, and the same on mouse move. So mouse move and mouse move, and let's remove them here. Remove like this, and on mouse down we are going to use these props on drag start. On mouse move we are going to first take scrolling, and on drag from props to these props, and if scrolling, and we have some movement in X direction, and we are going to take event here, we have scrolling and movement in X direction. We are going to call on drag and movement X. So we care only about movement on X vector. And the final method on mouse up. Are we going to take scrolling and on drag, and from these props, and if scrolling on drag and. Now let's use this component in our index.js. So let's go to index.js, and we already have imported this scroller. So let's move here, and let's create props for our scroller. So let's write here const scroller props, and it will be total width offset, old offset, scrolling, and we need to take this from state. So right here, scrolling, and also we need handlers, callbacks on drag start. This simple one, we just this set state, scrolling true, and old offset, this state offset. So we don't, so we will not have any animation when we drag in, and we don't need it. And on drag, let's call this on scroll. We are going to write method, and on drag end, this set state scrolling equal to false. And the last method will be this on scroll. Alright. On scroll. So the only parameter we will have here is movement X. And we're going to take width offset, total width from this state. And we are going to take bar width, bar space, bar width, bar space, bars, select center bar on scroll, center bar index on bar select, and value this equal to these props. And let's calculate additional offset we are going to make on this according to movement X. It will be total width divided by width and multiplied by movement X. And let's write function get offset. Here we are going to calculate new offset. It will be equal to offset minus additional offset. And if new offset is less than 0, we of course will return 0. Return 0. And if new offset plus width bigger than total width, we are return total width minus width. And then we are going to return new offset. So now we can call this function new offset equal to get offset, and this get offset, and this set state with our new calculated offset, new offset, and old offset equal to new offset 2. So when we moving our scroll, we will not have any animation, yeah, and we don't need it. And if we have parameter select center bar on scroll, we are going to select bars that currently on the center. So every time when we move our scroll, some bar will be selected. So here we are going to calculate center. So be total width minus new set and minus width divided by 2. And now let's calculate new center bar index. It will be equal to bars find index. Let's do this way. So we're going to take index and multiply it by bar width plus bar space, and we're going to check if this expression is bigger or equal to center. and we will subtract 1 from this. And if center bar index is not equal to new center bar index, we are going to call on bar select pass new center bar index. Now let's pass prompts to our scroller and check the results. So let's pass those prompts, scroller props, and let's look at the result. So now we have a scroller, and when we move the scroller every time some bar will be selected, and it will be the bar on the center, and we can hide labels, we can show labels, we can hide scroll, we can show scroll, we can change bar space, and we can change bar width, and we can change bar's number. And so yeah, we finish this model, and as a result we have really nice bar chart, and as you may see, with big number of bars it's work very smoothly. So we are done with our bar chart actually.